robust urban garlic flavor.
Welcome home.
Hello everybody, Robust here. This week we got even further evidence that Phil displays terrible behavior day in, day out. He's pretty much a scumbag, but guess what? His whales are under the pignosis. They don't care, so they will reward whatever bad behavior he decides to do on any particular day. Darziak revealed that he basically used him for labor without paying him whatsoever for half a decade because, you know, Darziak ain't that bright. But our old pal Darkside Phil knew pretty well that he could manipulate and convince this person, his fan, one of the very few that are, to do pretty much everything for him. And the whales see no problem about having somebody run your channel and basically giving them a month's worth of pay over 5 years. So of course, DSP is not even talking about the issue of him being a scumbag, because what else could he say? So he decides to deflect and talk about LTG, and if you bring up Darziak in his chat, he will ban you on sight, obviously. But you know, it's probably fairly likely that DSP will beg for Darziak to come back, because Darziak was making a lot of decisions for Phil, and we all know Phil can't think on his own. And Darziak is probably foolish enough to accept Phil's offer, with severely reduced pay, of course. Speaking of reduced pay, DSP slashed his $100 open a Pokémon pack scam to only $50, so it's half off getting scammed. Congratulations. There was actually a Pokemon card YouTuber that has made 2 separate videos about Phil. The first one being about how $100 a pack is a complete scam. The second one is because Phil got all butthurt on Sunday. It is like, I'm doing this to insult everybody in the Pokemon community because they're a bunch of idiots. Good job, Phil. Especially since a lot of your dents love Pokemon. But, you know, they probably won't put 2 and 2 together that you just use them as a piggy bank and are absolutely disgusted with your fans. But I'm just like, bruh, how can you not see that this guy's a scumbag? Yeah, if you look up here, this is the money DSP has been showered in since the Darziak leaks. The pignosis is strong.
Throw up your arms like this and you say, it's all slop. Why am I doing this?
Oh wow, that really hit home. He's right. What am I doing? All this slop that I'm just commenting on.
On average, I'm spending between $25 to $40 for the meal. I'm not kidding. Like these collab meals that I'm buying, they're $30 to get them delivered, plus the delivery fee, plus the tip for the driver. So I'm paying like $40+ for this meal that I eat and I don't even like.
Yeah, but for over a year, you had it as a $1,500 goal reward. So you spent $40 when you were getting $1,500 specifically for that. Cry me a river, Phil.
And then I put out the video and it makes 1,200, 1,300 views, which arguably makes me between $5 and $10 of ad revenue. And that's it.
Wow, that's a lot more than I thought it would be.
I have a brain. I guess the problem is I'm 44 years old. And I'm an idiot. So I don't want to go there and waste money. 4 gifted subs the entirety of the week. So yeah, Kick support has been abysmal this week. Sorry, I don't make content for trolls.
Yes, you do, but you don't make any money from it.
Some people are saying 50 rather than 100. Here's why. I'm apprehensive about doing every 50.
Phil's apprehensive because he won't make as much money, and he's like Nintendo, so he thinks it's giving it away for free if he's charging only $50.
As you saw, that was not quick to do.
Dude, if you got $50 each hour, you'd be making $250 a stream. Shut up, Phil. Oh, I gotta move my setup because somebody gave me $50. Can somebody cry for me and give me more money?
It's gonna be disruptive to the content that we're doing, right?
Wow, so disruptive when all you're doing is sitting there on your butt talking about stupid nonsense for 2 hours. What a grift.
Now, let's say, for example, I'm streaming a game and we get 3 $50 contributions.
You would be peeing your pants in excitement about how much money you were getting to open stupid Pokemon packs.
And every once in a while, someone drops $100. That's a special event. You know what I'm saying? It would be something cool.
Wow, there's nothing that makes me feel cooler than giving a 44-year-old e-beggar $100 to open a pack of Pokemon cards that he knows nothing about, has no interest in, and will be as boring as possible. You know, somebody pointed out in my comments that somebody has actually trained a rabbit to open Pokemon cards. Yeah, I'd rather watch the rabbit, Phil. I don't have to pay the rabbit anything except give it my time.
I don't want to be reliant on hitting an arbitrary number.
You know why? It's because he doesn't want to cap himself, because if he says 150, he's afraid the dents will stop giving him money when they reach 150. But if it's no goal or pretending to be no goal, it can go as high as the sky.
Because my streams don't have goals like that anymore. They did for a long time. First it was 100, then it was 200, then it was 150, right? Now I don't need that anymore because we're doing good.
Yeah, you see, now we have an improved system where it's only implied to be $150 because when we don't hit a certain amount, Phil will complain. But if we get over 150, he will not complain. You see, it's a completely different system.
I want this to be a way to say, hey, let's party atmosphere. Let's have a special thing that we're doing now because someone decided to support in a big way and it could happen at any time.
And only the dumbest of whales will buy into that garbage. And guess what? Not enough people did, so he was forced to cut the price to $50. But then the stupid whales didn't realize they should have forced him to lower it even more. They could have gotten him down to $5 a pack, but they were too stupid to realize that. They were able to get the overcharging Phil to go down from 20 to 5 to nickname a Pokemon and fire a bag. Why they didn't realize they could do that with Pokemon packs too? I don't know. I guess they underestimate how sweaty and desperate DSP will get.
I want to have to be ordering them once a week. That's crazy. You know?
Wow. Get this. If you get $1,500 from pulling Pokemon packs and the packs themselves cost $300 and you had to do that every week, I would be doing that every week. It costs him nothing but time to order something online. He is just trying to squeeze as much money as he can out of his idiotic whales that will pay top dollar for anything. But hilariously, they will not pay $100 to see him open a Pokemon pack.
No, see, that's what I mean. There's not going to be a card pull goal. I want to do it in celebration of something special, you know?
Yeah, so the celebration is Phil receiving money from someone dumb enough to pay for it.
Why do it in tying to money? I'm not. We're doing it in tying to the content. We're doing it on Pokemon streams and if I play the trading card game. But I want to do another way so it's not just those streams. Because maybe Phil will do a pack tonight if someone does a big contribution. Or let's be honest, maybe someone's like, oh, I really like this game. Man, I want to support it. And I know if I do a good contribution for Phil, he'll open a pack too. And that's something for everyone.
Wow, an $100 contribution is good, huh? I guess if you're giving him $5, $10, that must not be good. Look at those cheapskate whales withholding money from Phil by only giving him $5 at a time. Phil wants them to empty their bank accounts immediately the moment they get income in there.
Who would be willing to do that? Is there anyone even on the stream right now who's like, yeah, if Phil had a $50 reward to open a pack, I would do it?
Wow, immediately they were saying no to 100. Now he's trying to sniff out who's dumb enough to give him 50 for it.
Let's talk about it. On Thursday, I premiered Pokemon cards on my stream. And the reason that we're doing this is because I've been playing Pokemon games now consistently for over 6 months.
And he thinks the dents will pay top dollar for anything Pokemon related because guess what? They consistently named $20 for stupid pixels. Or at least the whales did. The regular viewers are like, yeah.
And the playthroughs are doing so well. And Pokemon cards currently are all the rage, right? Everyone loves them. They're basically very highly valuable collectibles. And it's become a prominent thing to kind of do pack rippings or unpackings, openings, whatever you want to call them, on streams. And I said, you know, we could do it. I mean, I'd have to find a reliable place to get Pokemon cards from, because you basically got to get them on the resellers market. You can't find them at a store. They're just not available.
Phil, any store I walk into that sells Pokemon cards has Pokemon cards. You're probably just trying to get them at a discount, but guess what? They may not be factory sealed. So you may not be getting those rare pulls that you're looking for.
But I'd be down to start doing unpackings as part of the content. And I even said, no one has to pay to do it. We're going to do it naturally. Whenever I do a Pokemon stream, we'll do a card unpacking. And if we do something special, like, for example, this week, we're going to start playing the trading card games store sim. And since we're going to do that, why not open a pack as well for that, right? Makes sense. Now, I said, hey, if people want more packs opened, I'm willing to do it. If someone does a $50 contribution whether it's 10 subs like Detractors Are Jealous just dropped, whether it's a $50 super chat, whether it's, I guess it would be 17 memberships on YouTube because they're about $3 each, all right? Or whether it's a $50 tip, whatever it may be, if you do a $50 contribution, you say, hey, Phil, yeah, I'd like you to do another unpacking, I will do one.
Well, obviously, you'd have to be pretty dumb to not do it for that exorbitant price. If someone's stupid enough to pay for it, like, I don't know, Detractors Are Jealous, aka Iron Dead Sakai.
All right? Now, I want you to understand that I really don't know much about this practice, this community, and I'm not doing it as a business venture. Okay, I'm not selling cards on stream. I have no plans to resell cards or anything like that. I'm not a Pokemon card creator. Okay, I have no intention on doing a whole show based around cards or card unpackings or anything like that. I want to make that abundantly clear. I'm just doing this as a way to kind of supplement my existing content.
Yeah, and by that he means plays less games because he doesn't like games. And it's really about supplementing his income because he's like, I need to find a way to milk the dents for even more money because what I'm doing now is not as much as I want.
That being said, when we were talking about this on Thursday's podcast, we were trying to brainstorm how should we do it. And we came to the decision, $50 contributions is an extra pack, but I will just open packs naturally during my content, okay? It went well. Immediately, we had 2 different people who did $50 tips. So we ended up opening 3 packs of this during my first podcast of having them back on Thursday.
Yeah, nothing like $50 tips from Anonymous to try and convince people to splurge on it.
I thought the segment was fun and funny because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even understand, like, what are good cards or whatever. Now I know it's the art cards, which is supposed to be like the full card is a piece of artwork. Those are the valuable ones. And I did get one of those, but sadly, it was like the elixir, so it was like a very low value one. Okay, but now I know kind of what I'm looking for as I open the packs. But I had no clue. I was completely ignorant, right?
Oh, he is still completely ignorant about it. He's just trying to convince his fans that he knows what he's doing so they will give him money for a subpar experience, which is what they do on a daily basis.
So I do it. Now, here's the thing. I'm doing it for 2 reasons. The first reason I'm doing it is that I do think it adds an additional level of interest in my content. People will be interested to see, hey, did Phil get anything today or whatever?
It doesn't at all. It's just a way for him to get cash quickly because he wants cash quickly. And he can't use a goal to poke and prod except complaining when, guys, we only got $70. That means you don't like the game.
But on the flip side of it, I did it because I know that there is a insanely obsessed community of people on the internet based around this as a hobby.
And he's gonna try and poke the hornet's nest. Good job, Phil. Raw Phil's audience will double in a month. Here we go again. King Snake is back because he has to stir up controversy to try and deflect from anybody talking about the Darziak files.
And I knew that it was gonna basically get people talking, and it did. Oh, no, you didn't. I'm coming for you. Because I'm not kidding. Apparently, over the last 2 to 3 days when I've been gone, okay, people on the internet have been talking about DSP is opening packs and, oh my God, he's a greedy, grifting scammer because he's charging people to open packs on stream and he doesn't even give them the cards and this and that, to which I'm like, the f are you talking about?
Yeah, so you see how it is. DSP can't play the victim with the Darziak thing. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna play the victim because people caught on to his Pokemon grift. He's like, guys, I'm just doing this for fun for you all. I'm not stealing from you. I'm not pilfering your piggy banks. I just want to have fun with you all. I'm not charging an exorbitant price for my garbage. No way. We're buddies. We're pals. You see, what you should do is because of all the hate I'm getting, you should be giving me all your money to show the haters that we're above all this. That's his MO. It's not about his content being good or people actually liking it. It's manufacturing outrage to give him a buck because you feel sorry for him or you feel he's being mistreated, which he is not. He is the idiot who is the architect of his own destruction. And no, Mr. King Snake had no idea that this was going to get attention on him. He's just retconning it like he always does. He was not doing 4D chess. He was just greedy and looking for more money as always.
I didn't start a new channel called DS Unpacking.
You'll do that when you continue your closet clean out. Yet another thing that you demand money for that you shouldn't be paid for at all.
And by the way, when I did it with the WWE cards, nobody cared. there was no complaints. But now, because it's Pokemon cards, apparently now I'm doing it wrong because it's Pokemon cards. How dare I do it with Pokemon cards, because there's a big community around this.
Wow, Phil, you just told on yourself. The issue that it's getting more attention is because there's more interest in it. People are more aware about Pokemon cards than they are about your sweaty men WWE Champions cards. Let's be real, that's very niche. Outside of your detractor sphere, nobody would care about that. I'm sure you were charging outrageous prices for those too.
And it's just hilarious to me, because anytime that I do something, people try to compare it to what everyone else already does.
Yes, because you are a prime example of how not to do anything.
I don't care what everyone else already does. I don't give a what any other community does or what they think that the criteria are. That's not what I'm doing.
If you didn't care, you wouldn't be crashing out about it right now and begging for sympathy. He can't even admit that he was just in it for the money. He's like, no guys, I'm trying to entertain you. Then be entertaining and justify the price for it. You never do that. That's the issue. You overcharge and don't back it up.
I'll do what I want because I'm DSP and I've been here longer than everybody else, and I'll be here longer than anyone else that does. I do things in a different way because I march to the beat of my own drum, and either you like it or you off.
Or if you're Darziak, get to control what DSP's opinion is because DSP can't think for himself.
It's that simple. I don't give a about your criticism. Your criticism's invalid because you're an idiot.
Yeah, your opinion means nothing despite backing it up with evidence because you're just dumb. See, everybody that is criticizing me is dumb. Just listen to me. I know what the answers are. That's called pygnosis right there.
No one cares about your opinions around here, okay? I don't care if there's a community of card openers who are mad at me. You can kiss my hairy because I'm going to do this however I want because I bought the box of cards. It's in my hand, not yours, and I could do with it whatever I want. I could light this box on fire live and destroy all the cards inside. That would just ruin all the value of what could be an ultra rare card. I could give the cards away. I could keep them for myself. I could wipe my... And it's none of your business.
Yeah, we're like in day 10,000 of Phil not realizing that he's a public figure. You're putting this online, Phil. Then it grabs the attention of people online. How do you not understand this? He thinks he's immune to a criticism because he's a narcissist and he thinks he's perfect when the reality is he's very flawed.
So kiss my... And I will do with these as I so choose. And you'll like it because I'm DSP and I am the king.
I thought he said he didn't care what people were saying about this. Why is he having this toxic, virulent reaction to it? It just seems kind of counterintuitive and butthurt to me. And now he thinks he's going to be showered in money with that performance.
Or my path, which I've been doing, but understanding that we're just not going to put up with this from these losers anymore. And yes, I am going to make money. I am going to ask for contributions. And you're going to like it because I'm successful and you're not. Because success doesn't mean you steal success from someone else. It means you make it for yourself, which is what I have always done and you could never do because you don't have talent. Get it? Anyone who relies on me to make their content has no talent. Sorry, it's just true. Now, if I receive a $50 contribution between now and the end of the podcast, we'll open 3-pack. If any more contributions come in of $50 or more, then we will do another pack and we'll see how it goes today. But for me, I don't like doing it. I hate doing it. I don't like asking for support at all. The briefcase of affluence. Yeah. Oh man. All those Pokemon card openers are crying. He's gonna open a pack?
Is there a reason why I smack my lips when I drink water? Yes, to annoy you specifically. That's why I do it.
And he's not gonna give the cards away?
Oh, I didn't see you there.
He's not gonna open the whole box on his stream? Well, complete nonsense. Oh no. Thanks for $50. Whoever the heck that was, that's very much appreciated.
Wow, what a 220 Muppet.